Hi, beautiful people. So, as I had promised in the previous video, if you have seen that one already regarding the chosen souls or signs to see if you are the chosen soul, if you'd like to go back, you can watch those previous videos. So, in this particular video, we are going to be talking about who in the family is the chosen soul. So I'm going to try to not make the video very long because as we get deeper and deeper into this very topic, we are going to be making much longer videos. So in the meantime, I just want to keep it a bit more brief because not only do I want to keep your attention, but also I just want you to have a very brief and quick idea of what is it that I'm talking about. Is it something that you want to continue to listen to, or are you a person that this type of information is not really for you? So let's get into it. In the family, anyone, and I mean literally anyone, can be a chosen soul. However, there are various categories of the chosen soul in the family. It can be the eldest child, it can be the middle child, or one of the middle children, or it can often be the last born. And I use the word often because a lot of the time in families, you will find that the child who is the last born is actually eventually, or it becomes unveiled within the family that they are the chosen soul. And one of the reasons why it is so difficult for this particular individual to accept that they are the chosen soul, because they feel as though, oh, well, there's somebody older than me. And so it depends on what type of family that you come from and how many other siblings you might have. So there might be 2 or 3 other middle children, if we can call them. And then you also have the eldest child. And so it feels as though, who am I to authentically be the chosen soul? And I will be, of course, explaining further what does it mean to be a chosen soul. Again, I am a South African Zulu person. And so this will be in the context of the Zulu culture. And so within our culture in particular, there are categories for people, especially younger people. Of course, you have the adults at the top of the hierarchy. So let's just say that we have a hierarchy. You have the adults at the very top, and then in the middle is the eldest siblings, whether it be the eldest daughter and the eldest son. And then, of course, you have the middle children. The youngest children, in their minds, they believe that they are at the very base of the pyramid. And so to them, it feels as though, well, I'm not really that important. However, even when speaking from a constructional standpoint, as well as a scientific standpoint, you cannot have the top without having the foundational base. And so you will find that as the youngest child, you end up becoming the base. And when you even consider the different levels, again, not to say that you need to be prideful or egotistical about this, but the base is usually the biggest and the longest, as well as the strongest, because it is the foundation that everything else needs to be built upon, especially if your parents or your grandparents didn't do the things that they needed to do. Again, I will revert, as I keep saying, to my own culture as a Zulu person, that if there are certain things that people before you have not done, you end up becoming that base of strength. I will be talking about the responsibilities that are going to be on your shoulders and how do you navigate these responsibilities, because in our physical beings, we feel as though I shouldn't be responsible for a lot of things. I'm the youngest. I should be enjoying my life. I should be spending my money and doing whatever else that I want to be doing. However, when you have a particular call and you have a particular responsibility on your shoulders and on your life, you cannot operate at the same level that other people operate. And so even when you look around in your own families or extended family, you will find again that it will be, you're not the eldest cousin, nor are you the middle cousin. You are usually the bottom part. So you're the youngest cousin or somewhere between the middle to the youngest. It often will work this way in families that have a lot of spiritual issues, or where spiritual issues aren't necessarily being resolved or dealt with or faced head on. The responsibility will often fall on the middle to the younger children within the family unit. But families that are a bit more established, the eldest child, if they are chosen, are often also very strong, very powerful, are able to do so many different things. And so I want that also to be a bit of a guide in your own family to sort of gauge the level of issues and how dire your situation is, in accordance to, you can see that your eldest sibling has a particular gift and they should be very much able to follow a particular call, because you can see the anointing on their lives, but it's as though they're stagnant. It is as though they cannot move, they cannot do particular things, and it is though it's those who are behind them who are able to propel things into the next level. And so, as I had said, that I wanted to make this video not very long so that you can be the one to decide if you do want to stick around in this particular journey. This journey is going to delve much deeper into the spiritual aspect of things as to why. And I'm going to, in the next video, be talking about why at times it feels as though the eldest child is not the chosen soul, or even if they are the chosen soul, why are things so difficult? And for you, the chosen soul, why your life has all these different dynamics that are expected of you, and how do you overcome them? I will be linking the religious aspect to things, which is relevant to the Christian religion. And I will also be linking the traditional aspect as well as the spiritual aspect of things. And thank you so much for watching once again. Hope to see you in the next video.